Mechanical Mayhem is finally here in LEGO Fortnite. The long-awaited arrival for vehicles in LEGO Fortnite is finally here. So in today's video, we're going to be going over all of the patch notes for today's update, and then we're going to dive into the game, and I'm going to show you guys all of the things that they added in today's update. But if you guys don't want to stick around for the patch notes, or if you've already seen them, I'll leave a timestamp on the screen. That way you guys can just skip to what everything looks like in-game. And if you guys are as happy about this update as I am, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Now, diving into the patch notes, we start things off with things are wheelie taking off. Get it? Wheelie, haha. Vehicle building is the star of the show in the brand new update. Who's riding shotgun? Now, they go over 3 different pre-builds for the new vehicles that they're adding into the game. The first one being the speeder. The speeder is going to be the smallest yet the fastest one that they're adding. It says the speeder is ideal for zipping from biome to biome, and you can unlock the recipe for the speeder by adding a power cell into your inventory. Now, the power cell is something we're going to go over in a little bit. It's going to be a new item that you can craft in the game. The second vehicle that they go over is the off-roader. The off-roader is the perfect vehicle for carrying around multiple passengers. So if you guys share a world with your friends, your family, your dog, your cat, whoever, this vehicle is going to be perfect for you guys to all gather up and take a joyride all together. Now, you guys can unlock the recipe for the off-roader by adding flexwood to your inventory, usually found in the dry valley biome. Most of you guys probably know that by now. The hauler is going to be the third and largest vehicle added into the game. Let the hauler do the heavy lifting because there's plenty of room in the trunk. Unlock the recipe for the hauler by adding frost pine into your inventory, usually found in the Frostlands biome. Now, it looks like this vehicle is going to be perfect for transferring resources from one village to another. If you guys are like me and you built a village in multiple different biomes that are kind of far away from each other, and it can be a real pain in the butt trying to transfer resources from one to the other, especially with how small our backpack inventory is. So it looks like you can probably throw a bunch of chests onto the back of this truck here, and you can absolutely fill it up with resources, and it's going to make that a lot easier. Now, not only did they add some pre-build cars into the game, but they also added things that way we can customize our own vehicle into the game. And what we're going to be starting off with is the power center. Load power centers up with power cells to power your vehicles. The more power cells you load, the longer you can drive for. So basically what this sounds like is, it sounds like when we're driving our vehicles, it's not going to be for an unlimited amount of time. It sounds like these power cells are going to give us a limited amount of power. And as it says, the more you have, the more power you have, the longer you can drive for. They also added 2 different types of wheels. The first one being turnable wheels. You can use the driver's seat to turn your vehicle when using the turnable wheels. And then the second type is going to be powered wheels, which simply propels your vehicle forward. So it sounds like the powered wheels are going to be more for the monorails and things of that nature. I'm assuming it means you'll get to go in a straight line much faster than if you're using the turnable wheels, which will be more useful for vehicles on the ground, such as regular cars and such. Now, for the seats, you'll need a driver's seat, aka the steering wheel, which is finally here, to control and drive your vehicle. Place some extra seats to take your friends along for the ride. Now, how to power your vehicles. Waste not, want not. LEGO Fortnite operates on an eco-friendly fuel system to protect your world's precious biomes. How? You can recycle your old resources into clean energy with the brand new compost bin. Now, if you guys are like me, you probably load into your world when you first get on, and there's like 30 skeleton bones all over the place, and you're like, what am I supposed to do with all these skeleton bones? And you just pick them all up, and you throw them into your campfire and just burn them all. Well, now with the compost bin, you can throw all of those wasted bones or any other overflowing materials that you guys might have into the compost bin, and it turns that into resources such as fertilizer, soil, and a brand new resource that we have in the game, biomass. The number and rarity of what it spits out will depend on what you put in, but you'll need to create biomass to unlock the power cell recipe. Another ingredient for the power cell is glass, which can now be found at bandit camps. The next tool that they added into the game is going to be a wrench. It says it's not just toys being added to your toolbox. With a wrench, you can assign switches and thrusters to channels, which means you can control as many thrusters as you'd like using 3 separate switches, rather than having one switch controlling everything. You can unlock the recipe for the wrench by adding a wooden rod to your inventory. Now, it sounds like the majority of these items are going to be fairly easy to craft, so hopefully that's true. And the last thing that they added is the Illuminator. It says this is for all the night drivers out there. Though not a vehicle part, the Illuminator will add an aura of light to your world in dark areas. Unlock the recipe for the Illuminator by adding a thermal fish to your inventory and having a crafting bench in your world. Now, I'm hoping that this illuminates a large area, because as most of you guys know, the lighting in this game is not very good. Most of the lights and the candles and whatnot that we have right now only lights up a very, very small area. So, and with this, it looks fairly small. Hopefully it's actually bigger in game, but the picture makes it look small. So hopefully it lights up a large area. That's what I'm hoping for. Now, I was not expecting this. In this update, they're going to be adding 4 new villagers. The first 3 that they're adding are going to be Jules, Comet, and Lynx. And it says they will steer you in the right direction if you need a hand in vehicles. So it sounds like these 3 villagers are going to specialize in the mechanic category. And the 4th one that they're going to be adding is the suit-wearing tiger, Oscar. He's going to be joining all of those other ones. They're also adding some new foods and a new resource being snow into the game. Now it says you can craft ice cream, snowberry ice cream, and spicy ice cream if you add snow to your inventory and if you have a juicer. Now I'm assuming all you have to do to get snow is to go into the Frostland biome and just use your shovel to dig up some snow. I'm assuming that's all we have to do. Now there's also some other minor updates and bug fixes and whatnot. If you guys want to go over those things, you can pause the video, or I will also have a link in the description below with the patch notes in them. And again, if you guys want to go over all of these yourself, there's a long list of brand new Lego style characters that are going to be added into the game. So, I mean, like I said, it's a very long list. It would take me forever to go through all of this. So if you guys want to take a look for yourself and see if your favorite skin is added into Lego Fortnite, the link will be in the description below. But now that we've gone over all of the patch notes, let's finally take a look and see how all of these items look in game. Okay, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you guys all of the new things that they added. So we just unlocked the compost bin. So to make the compost bin, as you can see, you're going to need 5 planks, 2 soil, 1 sand, 3 fertilizer. And then they added a couple new foundations. Then here are all of the different customization features for your new vehicles. Now you have the driver's seats, the power centers, the powered wheels, turnable wheels. The switches are already in the game. And then you have all of these different bases, rears, fenders, all kinds of different stuff, suspensions, light bars. I mean, they went all out on the customization. I really thought it was going to be like super basic stuff, like I don't know, an engine and a steering wheel and the four wheels, but they added a lot more than they said they were going to. And then they have the pre-builds, which is the off-roader and the hauler. Don't see the speeder, so I wonder if they had an issue with trying to add that into the game. We have vehicle stairs, there's a vehicle railing, and then if you come over here to the stairs, we have to the seats, we have a large seat and a medium seat. So I'm assuming those are the passenger seats. So yeah, let's start building some of this stuff. So I already have all of the materials I need to make the off-roader, so let's start doing that. And they actually have car jacks in this game too, which is really cool. I didn't know they were going to add that either. So let's just toss this right here and let's start building. So we have the vehicle base, we're going to place that down. Oh, and just so you guys know the materials that you need to build these for the off-roader, you're going to need 20 wooden rods, 2 glass, 4 flexwood rods, 16 regular flexwood, 8 cords, 2 torches, 31 granite, 9 planks, and 34 wood. So it takes a lot of resources, a lot of different ones, which is pretty interesting. But so we put down the original base, now we put down the front base, then we have like a rear base, all kinds of different seats. So we have 3 large seats, place that, bing bang boom. And then we have enclosed cabin rear. And then we have, let's place down the windshield real quick. There's the windshield. Here's our driver's seat with the steering wheel, the one that everybody's been waiting for all this time. Let's see, we got our bumper, and now we got the 2 fenders. Boom, right fender, boom, left fender. Now we have the roof. Put that on there, that way we don't get rained on. Then we got the rear fenders, left, right. And then we have, let's see, suspensions. Let's see, there's the rear suspension, here's the front suspension, and then we have whatever this is. Throw that on there, boom. And we also have, let's see, rear bumper, Throw that on there. One more. So we got 2 powered wheels in the back. And we have 2 turnable wheels in the front. That actually makes so much more sense now. Okay, so it's like rear-wheel drive. Okay, I thought that you were going to have all 4 turnable wheels on a car or all 4 powered wheels on a car. But this actually makes so much more sense now. So they really are making it pretty realistic, actually. But bam, we're going to throw the light bars on there. So here is the first off-roader built in LEGO Fortnite. And if we... oh, wow, okay. Apparently we're strong enough to push cars now. But if we go ahead and sit in the vehicle, you can see down on the bottom, that's how you power your vehicle. Those are the power cells, it looks like. So when you try to drive without the power cells, you see it says no power available for powered wheels. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to figure out how to build some power cells. Now, if you remember from earlier, it says to make the power cells, we need to first make the compost bin, and then we need to get biomass. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I just gathered the materials needed to get the compost bin. You need 5 planks, 2 soil, 1 sand, and 3 fertilizer. So we're gonna go ahead and place that down real quick. And then I'm gonna take a stack of vines and see if that does anything. And let's see what we get when we use a stack of vines. Okay, so if you go ahead and transfer the vines in there just like that, as you can see, it's gonna take a little while to process the items. While we're waiting for our compost bin to process, I figured we could go ahead and make the hauler. So let's go ahead and place this down, put our jack down, start build. We got our suspension. We're starting off with 2 pieces of the suspension, and then we have 2 small pieces of the vehicle base. Let's see, vehicle base 09, vehicle base 11. Go ahead and place that down. And then we have open cabin rear. Go ahead, place that up there. Suspension. Boom, right there in the middle, out back. Then we have the front suspension. We have the vehicle stairs right here. That way we can get into the vehicle, because this is going to be a massive, massive car. And then we have, or a truck, I should say. Then we have the vehicle base 03. Large cabin roof right here. We got 4 large powered wheels. These are all going to go out back. Boom, 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 just like that. Then we're going to have the large turnable wheels that are going to go up front, just like that and just like that. Put the railing on the stairs, and then go ahead and put the vehicle base in front, just like that. And then we have the engine bay. Go ahead and put that up front. We have the driver's seat, boom. Passenger seat, boom. And then we have the 2 large fenders are going to go out back. Then we have vehicle base 1. That's going to go up front right here. We're going to have their windshield. Obviously, that goes up top right there. And then we have some railings that are going to go out back on the trunk bed back here. Boom, just like that. And then we have light bars. We're going to go up top on the roof, just like that. Going to have that. And then we're going to have our engine. Throw that right there. And then we have 2 medium fenders that are going to go in the middle here. And boom. Just like that, we have our hauler made. Now let's go check on our processor. Okay, so it looks like our compost bin is done. So let's take a look and see what we got. Okay, so we put 10 vines in there and we only got 10 soil out of it. I'm assuming that's because the vines are a low ranking resource. So let's go ahead. If we try to put a more rare resource in there, like, I hate to do this, but if we put some pizza in there, let's take a look and see what happens if we put 10 pizza in there. Let's see what we get from that. So I figured while we're waiting for the pizza to process, I wanted to show you guys how to get snow, and it's very simple. All you have to do is take your shovel, come over to the Frostland biome, and start digging, and boom, just like that, you'll get snow. And then if you come into your inventory, this is what the snow looks like. Okay, so now that we got snow, we unlocked the recipes for the ice cream. All we need to do is place down our juicer. So boom, there's that, use juicer. And as you can see here, we have the snowberry ice cream, the spicy ice cream, and the regular ice cream. So to make the regular ice cream, you need 3 snow, 1 milk. The spicy ice cream is going to be 3 snow, 1 milk, 2 spicy peppers. And then the snowberry ice cream is going to be 3 snow, 1 milk, and 3 snowberries. Okay, so it looks like our pizza is done processing, and as you can see, we got 10 biomass from that. So that's what you need to do. Unfortunately, you need to cough up some pretty heavy resources to get your biomass. But now that we have it, we unlocked the recipe for the power cell. So we're gonna have to go up to the crafting bench, I'm assuming, and Let's see. Yep. So if we scroll down here, we have our wrench. And if we come over here, we have, boom, our power cells right there. So we're going to need 50 biomass to create 1 power cell and 6 glass. And if you guys remember, if we come over here to the off-roader, you need 2 power cells to run this vehicle. Yeah, we need 2 of them, so that means we're gonna need 100 biomass. So we're gonna have to cough up quite a bit, and that's for the off-roader. I can only imagine for the hauler, it must take 3 or 4. Let's test it out and see. We're gonna hop up these stairs here, sit down, and yeah, it takes 4. So you guys are gonna need to cough up a lot of resources. Now, in order to make the hauler run, you're gonna need 200 biomass to make 4 of the power cells, and I had to cough up like 10 pizzas just to get 10 biomass, and we're gonna need 200 of it. That gives you guys an idea as to what you're gonna need to sacrifice in order to drive around in Lego Fortnite. So I just went ahead and I made all of the new ice cream that they added into the game. So here's the regular ice cream. The regular ice cream is going to be uncommon, and it's going to give you 5 health and 5 hunger. The spicy ice cream is going to give you 8 hearts, 5 hunger, and 10 minutes of cold resistance. And then the snowberry ice cream is going to give you 17 hearts, 5 hunger, and 10 minutes of heat resistance. And each one of them takes about 5 seconds to eat. Now, one thing that I think is going to be a good idea is to make a lot of these compost bins, because they take a very long time to process. So I went ahead and I put 4 of them down, because unfortunately you can only process 10 items at a time, and it takes a very long time to process these items. So now, in order to craft the wrench, the only things you guys need are 3 wooden rods and 1 cord. So that is pretty easy to craft. And boom, look at that. I look more like a mechanic already. So we finally gathered enough resources to make 2 power cells, which is what we need in order to power up the off-roader. So let's go ahead. We're going to make these real quick. Boom, done. And with that, we unlocked a bunch of new items. So we unlocked the small driver's seat, small power center, the small powered wheel, the small turnable wheel. We unlocked all these new parts. And then we unlocked our speeder as well. Now let's go ahead and build our speeder. Throw that down. Start build. There's only 4 stages to this one. So we're going to throw down our base. Boom. Already 25% of the way there. We have our small driver's seat. Put that up front. Put our engine out back. Boom. Already halfway done. Put our front on. Put the rear on. And then we got our wheels. Boom. Small powered wheels out back. And then small turnable wheels up front. And just like that, we have our speeder. Now, in order to power your vehicles, we're obviously going to need these power cells. And in order to do that, you're going to want to go up to your engine and hit open. And then you're going to want to put the 2 power cells into the engine just like that. And then you can sit into your vehicle and you can start driving it. So boom, start driving it forward just like this. And just use your left analog stick to steer forward. And then left trigger is reverse. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take one of these out, and I'm going to see how fast the speeder is in comparison to the hauler. So let's throw that in there. Or I'm sorry, not the hauler, the off-roader. So let's go ahead in that. I would say this is pretty underwhelming. I thought this was going to be a lot faster. It doesn't steer very well, and it is not much faster than the off-roader whatsoever. I really thought this thing was going to like fly around, but it is not much faster. I mean, it's a little faster, I think, but not significant enough to where I think I would use this over the off-roader. And the steering is not great at all. Like, I'm just going to be honest, the steering is not great. Let's go ahead and try this again. Sit back down on the off-roader. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like the off-roader is almost just as fast, if not faster. That's crazy. And the steering does feel very clunky. Like, I feel like it's not very responsive. I don't know. I mean, granted, they are Legos. We got to keep that in mind. They are Lego cars, but still. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Well, that's going to wrap up this video for me. Let me guys know down in the comments, was this update up to your standards? Was it underwhelming? Was it what you expected it to be? Let me know down in the comments what you think. If you guys are new here, please be sure to subscribe and like the video if you like the video, and I will see you all in the next one.